What up? It's Jimmy from odds.com. This is a clip from our big NCAA basketball show. If you want to check out the entire show, just hit the link at the bottom of the screen. It's available exclusively on odds.com. And we roll on 5 minutes after the 8 p.m. start of UT Martin Skyhawks, Eastern Kentucky Colonels. We have the Montana Grizzlies in Big Sky Country. Montana Grizzlies 6-7, 2-4 in conference. At Sacramento State Hornets 5-2, 3-1 in the Big Sky. We're at the Nest in Sacramento, California. Let's see what the market moves are right now. Here we go. We have Montana opening up as 1-point favorites. That hasn't moved. Some of the books have added juice to it to -115, but it's still -1, and we have a very low total. Opens up at 120.5. We now see 120s right across the board. Montana had their 3-game winning streak snapped by Northern Arizona 62-58 at home on Saturday night as 13-point favorites. A shocking loss by Montana. They'd beaten them 2 nights earlier, 67-56. And not only that, but they put up just 58 points at home while shooting 46.7% from the field and 50% from three. Strange numbers. They were outscored 43-24 in the second half. They had just one player scoring double digits, freshman guard Brandon Whitney, who went for 22 points at 4 or 5 from three. They have 2 players averaging double digits in a couple bigs, 6'8" sophomore Kyle Owens, who averages 11.4 points and 6.6 boards, and 6'10" senior Michael Stedman, who averages 11 points and 6.2 boards. They shoot 46.2% from the field, 35.6% from three, and hit 78.6% from the line. They shoot well. Hard to believe they could play the pace so slow to put up 58 points against Northern Arizona. Let's talk about this spot for Sacramento State. After losing at Idaho State on Sunday, 57-56 in overtime, Sacramento State bounced back. Following night, they defeated them 70-65 as 1.5-point dogs. They played good basketball. They shot 43.4% from the field, but 52.9% from three, and only turned the ball over 6 times. Leading scorer, Italian senior Ethan Esposito, went for 26 points, 7 rebounds, and 4 assists. They have 3 other players scoring in double figures in guard senior Christian Terrell, Bryce Fowler, and William Fitzpatrick. But Christian Terrell didn't join them on their trip to Idaho State. It's unclear if he will be back for this. He's not on the injury report. Sacramento State shoots the ball well, 46.2% from the field, 36.7% from three, and 70.5% from the stripe. We have a very even spot here, Max. Montana at Sac State. Let's go.
Jim, I think that Montana coming off the NAU loss is definitely getting shortchanged on this line. I would have had Montana as a 2.5 to 3-point favorite, even on the road in this first game against Sacramento State. And that's a lot to do with the fact that Christian Terrell won't be in the lineup by my information. And if he isn't, you know, I think that the Sacramento State team, while they are experienced and do have that ability to take advantage of a younger, inexperienced team like Montana, it's a more difficult task. That's 100%. I think that when you put Christian Terrell in the lineup with this experience and with this continuity, well, then the sky is really the limit, and Sacramento State could be cashing a lot of tickets for a lot of our viewers. I think with Montana, the bottom line is they need to hit their free throws to keep up. The 3-point shot will be tested. They need to be able to hit it because they're going to have opportunities against Sacramento State. With these two teams, especially Montana, really been a Jekyll and Hyde team. Very strong in first halves and completely falling apart in second halves after opponents are making halftime adjustments, where we're seeing Sacramento State, to an extent, do the opposite. I think that with both these teams, it is important to take note that they both shoot 40% from the 3-point line. And in conference, they've combined to average about 13 makes. So throw in those 39 points with the presumed 24 points or so that they're going to score at the free throw line combined. And this total definitely looks a little tasty. However, we have watched Montana. We have watched Sacramento State. And in games where Sacramento State is taking the ball away while limiting their giveaways, except in late game situations, well, these games have struggled to get over. I think that playing guys with fouls and being able to play without fouling is one of the keystones of Sacramento State's defense. I believe that with Sacramento State, they are a team that will take about 20 seconds to score the basketball, force you to use about 17 seconds to find a good shot on your end. So it really is hit or miss. If you can shoot over contested closeouts by Sacramento State, then you're going to be able to help that total get over. Otherwise, for how this team operates in the half court with Brandon Davis running the show, at least, it's going to be hard for you to manufacture a good string of buckets consistently. So for the total, I'm going to leave it alone, but I will end up DGen betting the over. And if I regret it, thank God, I will watch it on Big Sky TV. I will have my live betting app open, and I will live bet the shit out of it until I make a profit. But for our show pick, Jim, I'm going with Sacramento State. I think that coming off that really nice win at Idaho State against an improved Idaho State team and an improved three-point shooting Idaho State team will be beneficial. Coming home to Sacramento State for them has always been a strong point for them. This is a game that they want to win. This is a Montana team that does not have the offensive firepower that they've had the last 3 years. I think Sacramento State is in line for a nice home win, and probably a surprising one too.
Do you want them at +1 or 1.5, or would you like the money line?
What's the money line?
Let's find out right now. We're on odds.com. Line shopping for our NCAA expert Maxwell Smart. In the money line, we have the best we can get is +102.
Nope. That won't be good enough. I'll just take the 1.5. And I'll say that I'm taking the 1.5 also because we just saw Sacramento State lose a game by 1. Don't want to get burned.
All right. Sac State +1.5. Can we find a 1.5 without juice? And we can at Circa Sports. +1.5 for the Hornets at -110. And Max is in business in the Big Sky.